I have one big worry. I think there is no space for the lamination. It's a big problem.
This week we finally get to one of the most critical steps of our refit, installing the new engine bed for our bigger Nanni. In our last episode we cut out the old one and compared it to the new, and now comes the moment of truth.
This one has to fit where before there is this one.
Careful measuring, cutting the bed to fit around the bulkheads without compromising its strength, and laminating everything in carbon fibre, of course, to make sure it can carry the load for years to come.
The problem is, this one is exactly the point where there is the bulkhead, the back bulkhead of the engine room. And that's mean this one got to be cut for go on the top to that bulkhead. And making very difficult to do for me the connection with the fiberglass.
But that's mean also do one difficult lamination, because here I got to have the pipe below, and after I don't have too much vertical wall for attach the fiberglass. I have to laminate here, but this part is where there is the mounting blocks of the gearbox, I don't want to compromise. If you see here, it's not rectangular, it take all cradle. I don't know where I can laminate.
More you cut, more you making weak and too much elastic. The other difficulty is choice how much remove, how much cut, because more down is, more the legs and the propeller have a space for spinning the legs inside to the water.
Once Timo makes the cut, there's no going back.
I take the decision, I have to go forward and cut.
I go to compare the two legs to the cell drive, put on the table the old one and the new one, compare the difference from the interax, the point on the middle to the shaft of the propeller, and the point of the seal. And when I have the comparison, I can calculate how much I can cut. If I can, I go down more I can for deep more my propeller also, because at the moment we have a small propeller. But we never know, one day maybe I want to install one propeller more big. The more inside of the water is, better is.
Yeah.
The problem is, this one can go down, quindi go to be very scary.
And if our planning is wrong, we could have a serious problem getting this bigger engine to fit.
Look like to be in front of two objects, one real one and one toy for kids.
The engine bed is one of the most important foundations in the boat. If it fails, the consequences could be catastrophic. Imagine the engine or sail drive breaking loose when the boat is pounding into big seas, or worse, tearing a hole where the sail drive passes through the hull. That's why this job has to be done right.
Hi there, I'm here Timo below the boat to try to understand why the sail drive from the beginning, from when we bought the boat, never be on the center to the hole. You see the blue arrow before the S drive, the leg is only one side of the hole. And up to now, okay, put the string to the evaluation. I don't know if it's the hole or not on the center, or the engine is not on the center. For have the clarification, I tied one rope in the center of the boat between keel and the bearing of the rudder, and I mark it with the masking tape. I discovered the hole is in perfect center with the boat, but the mounting blocks and the bed inside to the boat is not glue in the center of the boat. Now, because we have to mounting one new bed for the engine and cut out the old one, we have the opportunity to fix it, this problem of the alignment, and glue the bed of the engine, where is a screw, the mounting blocks of the engine, in the perfect alignment with the rudder and keel. Like you see, the hole is on the center. Now we have one correct line for mark inside to the boat and know where really have to be the center of the bed where we screw it, the mounting blocks of the engine. In the future, our cell drive going to be on the center of the boat, and the engine going to be installed on the center of the boat. Here is everything, Timo from Sailing MV. Ciao!
To work out how much of the new engine bed needed to be cut, Timo first compared the old and new sail drives to calculate the space required between the propeller shaft and the hull.
The ZF for rapport to the Volvo is so massive, everything is big. It's exactly same, but it's everything more big. I don't know if also the hole is the same. That hole on the hull is big enough. First thing, Volvo is wide, the legs 18 centimeter, and the ZF is 21. The prop, if I install in ZF, it take me up to here. We try to see from the sitting of the cradle to the center of the shaft how many centimeter we have. And after we have to report to this one. We don't have any more plate, but approximately is here. From my calculation, the legs of Volvo is short of 0.75, 8 millimeter. I have 8 millimeter more legs here. That is good, but in the end of the day, with a measurement take like this, with no super precise instrument, can be also I take wrong measurement. The thing is, they are very similar. I can keep the same dimension here. I go to report this measurement plus 1 centimeter I leave on the bilge when I cut. I cut out here, and I have the parts I leave is this. Okay, yeah. This is approximately what I leave inside the bilge. It is 1 centimeter.
Okay, this is the result of the grinding. It's really flat, the area. I managed to grind it up to the tape like I want. I managed to make it more space. Now we go to try the mounting bed of the engine, and we see how much down go. I have to go down more I can. At the moment I have a 20 mil from the blade of the propeller to the hole of the boat. Is not enough. Remember, the problem is I don't reach the quantity of range of free to the shaft for the space properly for the propeller. At the moment I'm making one line of 10 centimeter, 100 millimeter for project the cut and reduce the high. From my calculation, also the old one is the 100 millimeter. That's give me one range of only 20 millimeter before the propeller touch the hole. It's not amazing, but it's the maximum I can do it with the bulkhead I have inside the boat. I don't want to cut the bulkhead, and I still on the project. By the way, I always can reduce more if I need. Okay, I'm here ready to cut. I take the decision. I have to go forward and cut. If I cut wrong, I'm quite scary, but I can always adjust with my scale of fiberglass man. Okay, we go. Now we go to post. It's a perfect align with my marker. The hole this time is on the center. Is a little bit more forward to what is before, and the good news, I don't go to hit the bulkhead.
Timo's main concern was that the new bed would overlap the aft bulkhead completely, making lamination very tricky, or worse, forcing him to cut into the back wall. Luckily, he discovers here the bed only reaches halfway across the bulkhead. Still challenging, but much more manageable.
I have plenty space for the lamination. And now we mark what I want to cut out. Here I go to cut out, and there. After we can try to sit again. Wow, amazing. I'm very happy. I mark the cut for the cylinder.
Timo left the inner cylinder long, using it as a guide to position the engine bed precisely in the hole. This allowed him to centre it, mark the location of the bulkheads, and trace their shape onto the new bed.
Now I have to shape the front and the back. The front is from here 75, the back is from here 90, but the form around cannot copy.
To model the shape of the aft bulkhead, he used a cardboard template, which he could then transfer directly to the engine bed.
Okay, now how much free space I have? Before I have a 15. YouTuber, you know what I mean. Take a video and try to do one job. I still have 14. Still not enough. Now we check all around how I can go down with the mounting bed. Ok, allora I saw here attach. I go to cut out this one, plus here attach They cut out also this one. Here is free all around. Here there is a space everywhere. In the hall there is a space everywhere. No, the boundary is not need. Quindi it's only these two. Plus here touch all around here, and plus here. We try to reduce and go down. In the end, I managed to reach the minimum low we can go. We haven't touched on the bulkhead. I'm making very straight. It's on the center, to the center. Both sides is very nice and sit all along the way. Be very difficult. Here there is a little bit space, but the good thing is on the center, real center, real center. Okay, now we measure the two sides.
Here, Timo's checking if the engine bed is level.
Okay, for example here. Okay.
Here, Timo uses a square to get a more accurate measurement of the distance between the bottom of the hull to the top of the engine bed.
13. That is amazing. I'll take another centimeter.
This means we've managed to increase the distance between the top of the propeller blades and the bottom of the hull to 30 millimeters.
The cut is done. I got to help Joanna with the kids because she have to editing for you guys.
Ships only be like this with nobody on. So where's the ladders?
Good question.
Hey, let's go on it.
You want to go on it? How are we going to get on it? You're going to climb up the ropes?
Let's go over like that and then come back over there.
Okay, you want to go round it?
See, if the ladder is right over there behind the block.
Right, let's go and check.
Allora, Nanni e Tea ormai si sono... Sì, Juan è fuori. Nanni e Tea ormai si sono completamente ambientate. Questo è il cibo normale che mangiano. È salsa di peperoncino e lenticchie col peperoncino. Si mangia... Stai dritta però. Si mangia rigorosamente con le mani. Anche Nemo mangia roti canali. Ce la fai senza rovesciare? La salsina... Aspetta, scusa. Sì, adesso ti do un pezzo anche Tao mangia, tieni, roti canai, cosa lo vuoi, con le lenticchie o con il chili? Tieni. Bravissimo. Ok there, Ian from Sailing MV. I want to tell you what I do yesterday because I work so hard I don't have all time a clean hand for making some video. If you see the image up to where I record, I cut and reshape the mountain bed. A bit shaping for go down maximum I can is 30 millimeter from the top to the basement to the gearbox. To the O-ring of the cell drive up to the exterior part of the hull. This give me one range of freedom of 30 mil before the blade of the propeller. It's the 10 millimeter more to the old cell drive shaft. I'm quite satisfied. I'm very satisfied to the lamination of yesterday. Just for be clear, I grinding all cradle mounting bed to the engine up to the fiberglass all around. I grinding all around the bed. I grinding the gel coat for reach the pure fiberglass. All around. The stone here is very small, the quantity of material I can laminate, but I managed to have a clear 2 cm, 20 mil all around.
This area was particularly worrying as space is limited and the join is critical. But in the end, the result is strong and Timo is very happy with it.
Grinding all inside. I glue with the colloidal silicone and epoxy in correct position on the center of the boat. I mounting in the exactly center of the boat. I glue in the exactly center of the boat. I managed to do a good lamination tight. Also, if the quantity of material free, you see, is very small, but I managed to laminate with the 3 layers of 300 grams of carbon, 45 minus plus 45. The lamination around is made by 3 layers of 300 grams of carbon fiber, 45. That's the direction of the thread of the carbon. They are free, they are only stitch for stay all together. That's give a lot of elasticity for making the corner, and that's give me one corner very strong and tight. In front is same, is laminated with a lot of layer. 3 layers of 300 grams, making 900 grams of carbon all in front. And now we go to see the result. Not bad. Very tight. This is the corner. Very nice. This bed to support the engine, because 350 kg more or less, and to support the engine also when the boat sailing upwind or smoking with the wave, shaking the boat is quite important. The solidity. But up to now, I'm very happy. Now yesterday night I took the decision to do another 900 grams all around for safety. Yeah, it's very nice. I don't do in a vacuum because I don't have any more bagging material for do the job. This is the most critical point because it's very skinny area, but I have to say I'm very happy. It's very nice. I'm quite happy, but for be sure I go to add reinforce on both sides another 3 times 300 grams. That go to give on the end 1800 grams of strong carbon fiber. This is going to be massive for the mounting blocks and for the safety of the boat, because if this one move, the boat sink. That hole is very big, and we have to really be sure to what we do. Here is everything, we continue the job. Here I already prepare all carbon in different size for manage to shaping all reinforce I'm missing. Now I'm missing the peel ply. And now I go to cut and shape the peel ply. We go, now mask on the face, GoPro is installed here. I go to switch on and we start for one last lamination.
To reinforce the corner, he layered the carbon in gradually increasing sizes, building up thickness and creating a smoother, stronger angle. During the layup, Timo noticed the carbon beneath the peel ply didn't feel fully saturated, so he peeled it back and added more epoxy and re-rolled it. It's the kind of small correction that makes all the difference. If left unchecked, the edges of the lamination can fail to fully bond, something only experience teaches you to watch for.
I finished now. It's finished all, I think.
And finally, here's the finished product. Woohoo! With the new carbon fibre engine bed laminated in place, we finally built the foundation for our Nanni. It's a huge relief after all that careful planning and a big step forward. But the real test is still to come, getting the new engine into this tight space. Stay tuned. If you enjoyed this video, we'd really appreciate it if you could click the subscribe button, like, comment, share it with your friends, and don't forget to ring the bell so you don't miss out on any future episodes. If you'd like to support us on Patreon or with a one-off donation on our coffee website or via PayPal, I'll put the links in the description. Thank you.